Happy Friday. Scotty waiting to beam me up on my signal. Fall is moving in here in good old New England. Sunrise is a lot later. Sunset is a lot earlier now. And we turn these fucking clocks back. That's so stupid. So one thing I liked when I was in Arizona for those 3 years, no daylight savings time. It's the same time all the time, as it should be. You know, it's like, what are you saving? You're taking an hour from here and putting it there. You still have the same fucking 24 hours in a day, right? I don't know. It makes no sense to me. But hey, what can I do? Calm before the storm. It's fucking cold this morning, man. Real chilly. And it's weird. There's like a dead calm. You know they say the calm before the storm? There's not a single fucking leaf on a tree moving. It's like dead calm. It won't be that way much longer as the day goes on into tonight. And I am coming down with a cold. So how's your week going? Not a whole lot of excitement here, aside from every couple of days fucking flooding, and it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Once we get through this weekend, I think we'll be okay. Ed mentioned earlier in the week, Fast Eddie passed away. Guy had a good reputation, well known, well respected by a lot of people. They showed his funeral. It was held in Fall River, a neighboring city. Had to be about 200 cars in the funeral procession, all hot rods and race cars, even real race cars, trailered cars, not registered, and the cops let them, put him on the road for his funeral, following him to the cemetery. 107 years old, man. And he stayed active, Piece of tobacco. And he was active out to the 50s, 60s, 70s, even into the 80s. And, good guy, real good guy. Wow. It's not very often I'm at a loss for words. Had a little fun last night with Will and Dave and Nolan. I didn't stay, for the whole session on his live stream. I had told him in advance, I can't be on here for like a long time. I can't. I'm not like Sanford that'll, do his lives. What's he doing? 2 a week now? Already had another tech talk, but now he's doing it by himself. What happened? Don't have his buddy Dallas no more to do a tech talk with him. Don't have Pee Wee no more. Don't have his newest best buddy, that Dr. Doolittle, whoever the fuck he is. You don't have Big Wilbur anymore. Wow. What was that song? In the 70s, I hated that fucking song too. Gilbert O'Sullivan. Alone again, naturally. That's how he's going to end up, I doubt he'll have that many people following his casket to a cemetery when he kicks the bucket the way Fast Eddie did. Fucking head fell off. I heard he had another yak session last night. Many of his 300,000 loyal, faithful subs bothered to tune in. Another 2, 3, maybe 4,000 out of his 300,000. Yeah. Did they all give money? People don't understand the internet. They really don't. They see one number and, what's that saying? You can't see the forest through the trees. When you get your face right up against a tree, you're not seeing the big scope of things. People sub and walk away, lose interest. People on here are your friends, but only to a certain point. I mean, no disrespect to anyone, There are people I call a friend. There are people I call acquaintances. Get along okay, no problem. Interaction is always cordial, friendly, funny at times, It's appreciated. But, push comes to shove, something serious happening in your life. How many people you think on YouTube are going to be fucking running running to assist you and help you. You know what I mean? They're all over the fucking country, other parts of the world. It's only the internet. People don't understand that. It's only the internet. They'll like you, but only to a certain point. You know? Some of them will go the extra mile and give you some fucking money. Make a donation. That ain't gonna be everyone. So yeah, he was on a yak session. I was on one too, but I only stayed through about half of it. And I did something I normally don't do, and I got a little bit of a headache. See, I paid the price for it. I had a couple Uncle Brian lifters last night, and I normally don't do that on weeknights. You know, from Friday night, like tonight on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're doing things, we're out, and last night I had 2 Uncle Brian lifters with the guys, see that? And even on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, normally I don't wake up with a headache when that happens. I did it on Thursday night. I got a fucking headache this morning. But I'm coming down with a cold too, that might be it. Oh yeah, I'm coming down with something. So, outside of that, I guess it's pretty much all the same shit with these clowns. Is that saying much ado about nothing? Sanford's now is abandoned, and now he's all hyped up over his Jeep, 4-liter engine, and the Billy's gone. I guess he lost interest in that 4-door Belvedere. Now he's on to something else. The MC Hammer car, he's not focused on getting that ready to go to the track again. Probably doing him a favor. It'll just, just embarrass him again. Then he'll have to think up a new excuse. And now that he's doing that all by himself now he's got no one to blame, like before. I can see that getting stalled. We're into September. I can see that getting stalled until, oh gee, it's November now, whatever. All the tracks are closed. We gotta wait till next spring. He likes to pull that routine too. He'll drag things out, drag it out until it gets to a point where it makes it look like, oh, it's not my fault, the track closed. No, you had like 6 months to get the car ready. You just ran your fucking mouth for 6 months, didn't do a damn thing to it, and now, oh gee, the track's closed. I think that's the only thing he's really good at, planning. And they say proper planning and preparation gives you a better chance for success. He properly plans and prepares to drag shit out so that when the time comes, he'll have an excuse to not have to fucking do it in this way. It's not my fault. Nothing is ever his fault. Yeah. At times like this, it actually gets boring. What else happened this week? Oh, Uncle Brian learned something new. I had mentioned I'm not a big online shopper. Very, very rarely do I shop online. Only if it's a case where there are some things I'll see that it's advertised at a certain store, but it's online only. I guess maybe due to space, you don't have the space to be stocking every single thing, so it's direct from manufacturer. It's called third party through these stores, and you got to order it online. And because they're using, like Walmart, for example, as their marketing tool, I guess I have to assume Walmart gets their little cut, Everybody wants that bite of that apple, man. And this was the case. And plus, it was super cheap. They actually had them there, but their price was $212. And then I actually went to the Walmart site. I bought a few things. Auntie Billy usually is the one that will order shit. And I went and I saw it, Online price. Same thing. And they were name brand products that are not always made at the same plant. There were different manufacturers working for that one company name, for example. And there might be, 5 in a store, and maybe 3 of them were made at a different manufacturing facility than the other 2, but it's the same thing. But how they package them now, see, I find out something new every day. Always learning something, Like people like Sanford think they know everything, I've heard a lot of famous quotations, Mark Twain is famous for that. Never argue with a fool. Never argue with Never argue with the ignorant. They are only capable of attempting to drag you down to the level of ignorance and beat you with experience and ignorance they have that you don't. All they'll do is reduce. They just want to get you into a name-calling match, back and forth. I don't waste time with that shit. I don't get involved in comment thread arguments. I'll say something here or there. As long as there's some civility to it and there's some content, there's some content to it that there's something in it. You know what I mean? It's not just, oh, you're an asshole. Oh, yeah, fuck you, fuck you, fuck it. Yeah, it's 10-year-old shit. But, a man who thinks he knows everything is the most ignorant of them all. They refuse to learn. They think they already know everything, so why bother trying to learn anything, But things come along. New experiences, and this was a new one. I fucked up. I ordered 2 and no, not because I had an Uncle Brian lifted that night. I was just distracted with a lot of things going on. We were getting set to leave to go up to New Hampshire, stay with our friends for a few days. And I was in the middle of so many things and getting things ready. And anyway, when I checked out at the card, I put 2 instead of 1. So, like I said, I called Walmart. And, oh yeah, we can take it back as long as you have your order number. And I said, yeah, I have it on my app on my phone. Okay, bring it in. Over in Fairhaven behind me, so I brought it there, put it on the counter. As soon as she looks at it, she says, oh, we can't take that. I says, I just called. She says, yeah, it's an online order. I says, yeah, I told you that when I called. She says, well, there are some third-party items we can't take back due to the packaging. These here were for online sales only. They come in a plain brown, thick corrugated cardboard box. Unlike the other ones in the store, they got the picture of it and all that, and it's on display on the shelf. We can't put this on the shelf like this. It's good to go back to them. Oh yeah, I'm coming down with a nice fucking cold. So what do? She prints out a paper, gives it to me. So I bring it home. I'm looking at it. Had to email the company. This was direct from manufacturer. Email them, explaining why I'm returning it. Take a picture of the order number, all the information on my app, how it was paid with my bank debit card. Address is my mailing address, the same as the shipping address, blah, blah, blah. Name, all that. And then I wait for them to mail me a label. This was FedEx. A couple of things I got UPS. Then I got to wait for a few days until whenever they mail me a new shipping return label. I'd have to pay for the shipping for the return now. I got free shipping when the 2 of them came. Now I got to pay like $18 and something. And then put a label on it, and I have to drop it off at a FedEx pickup center. Now, we don't have one around here. I don't even know where they have a FedEx. I'd have to go look it up online. I know we don't have any in New Bedford. I know we got a UPS. In fact, it's a couple of blocks up on Brock Avenue at Advanced Auto Parts. I have returned stuff. I did return something when I got rid of my dish TV, the receiver, and all that. The dish they don't want. You keep it. The dish ain't worth anything. But the receiver, remote, and all the other accessories for the hardware and, the wireless. They had to get boxed up, and they did that. They sent me a box with the return shipping label. I packed it all in. I just dropped it off right at Advanced Auto Parts. They deal direct with UPS for their own personal shipping of their items in the store. Drop it off, and UPS takes it, and everything's good. Well, I'm looking. I'm like, fuck it. Fuck it. Christmas is going to be coming. Here in our local Standard Times, some people call it the Substandard Times. It's our local newspaper. It's an area regional newspaper. People either love it or hate it. Come Christmas, they have the Neediest Family Fund. And they'll dedicate a whole fucking paper. They don't give the family names, just numbers, but they'll give the situation. I'm laid off, whatever. They might, don't have the money to get their kids something that they really like, so you can actually select the family you want to help, based on their situation, the child, the age groups. And so it's going to sit there with my grandson's present, one of many. I already got him, and I'm going to end up getting more before Christmas comes. It's still way early. And I'm going to look when I see the family's got a, small boy. They don't know where, they don't, whoever you give to, they don't know who it's coming from, you know. It's good that way. Nobody needs to know who's doing what. The main thing is that a child gets something nice for Christmas from Santa Claus. So, you know, they say you can't save the world, you know. You can't save the world, but if you can help one person, you've made a difference. So, I know there will be one little boy this Christmas. He's going to get something real nice from Santa Claus. And I guess that's about it, you know. I almost feel like I did for a couple of months before my sister passed. I was getting into a little bit of a funk where this just wasn't fun, you know. It's just the same shit all the time with Sanford and them. And unless something really juicy happens that's fucking hysterical, and I'm sure there will be more to come in the future. It's just, at times it gets, even I get bored with it. Even I get bored with it. It's like, same shit, same shit, same shit. You know what I mean? And even at that point, I was already thinking about just, fuck it, you know. I don't need to do this. I'm kind of feeling like that right now. To be quite frank with you. Anyway, we see what happens going forward. Now we write out what's going to happen today. And to go to New England here, they say if you don't like the weather, wait a minute. Things can change in a matter of 2 hours. This thing that's going to really skirt us good, you know, 3 hours from now, suddenly we could take a shift and we just get a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, and it's just an average thunderstorm. You know what I mean? Gotta wait and see. Good old New England, just wait and see. So I guess that's about it for this week. Hope your week is going well. Oh yeah, I'm coming out with a cold. I can feel it. And the weekend's upon us now, so have fun. Stay safe. We'll catch you again.